This is Niger Delta Television News. I am Joyce Batowe. Thanks for joining us. On the highlight, Bayelsa State Government suspends paramount ruler of Swale community. All Progressives Governors Forum and the APC National Working Committee adopts President Tinubu as sole candidate of the party. Plus, Democratic Republic of Congo Senate strips former President Joseph Kabila of immunity. The Governor of Bayelsa State, His Excellency Senator Doye Diri, has approved the suspension of the paramount ruler of Swale community in Yenugua local government area, His Royal Highness Wilkos Seyefa Job. The suspension takes immediate effect. This is due to the traditional ruler's inability to show leadership expected of his position in the fight against crime and cultism amidst credible intelligence that two of his sons are involved in cult activities in the community. In a statement signed by the Commissioner for Information, Honorable Ebuwo Koku Obiai, the Commissioner of Police has been directed to declare the two royal sons and all those involved in cultism in Swale wanted. All those involved are to be arrested for investigation and prosecution. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri has again called on the National Assembly to review the Petroleum Industry Acts, PIA, to enable state governments in oil-producing areas play statutory roles in overseeing development projects in host communities. Senator Diri, who was represented by his deputy, Senator Lawrence Erujakpo, made the call on Wednesday at this year's edition of the Nigerian Oil and Gas Opportunities Fair, NOGOF, at the local content towers in Yenugua, the state capital. He noted that while the extent PIA empowers oil and gas-bearing communities to directly receive oil proceeds, according to them, without recourse to state government, hostilities emanating from the management of such funds were always being channeled to government for settlements. According to the Bayelsa Chief Executive, bringing governments of oil-bearing states on board will do a whole lot of good in the planning and implementation of community development projects because most of the communities lack the capacity to deal with such investments. Senator Diri equally expressed displeasure over the exclusion of host governments in the Shell Petroleum Development Company and Ajib Oil Company's divestments of their shares despite its operations for over 70 years in the Niger Delta. The governor also drew attention of the local content to the fact that Bayelsa was being shortchanged in the situation where it does not benefit from the Nigerian liquefied natural gas despite providing 60% of its seed stock. In his address, the Minister of Petroleum Resources Oil, Senator Eniken Lopobri, described NOGOF as not just a fair, but a national platform that fosters catalytic investment opportunities cutting across the upstream, midstream, and downstream areas of the Nigeria's oil and gas industry. He called on all participants of the two-day event to go beyond conversations by initiating partnership and investment decisions that will shape the narrative of the industry. The Executive Secretary of the National Content Development and Monitoring Board, Engineer Felix Omoshola Ogbe, highlighted the significance of NOGOF 2025, saying it coincides with 15 years of the Nigeria Oil and Gas Industry Content Development Act 2010. According to him, the event will showcase opportunities in the entire oil and gas value chain, as well as enable local and foreign investors build synergies in the industry and provide shareholders with credible information on upcoming projects. The chairperson of the Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ, Bayelsa State Chapter, Mrs. Grace Orumiefa, has called on parents to instill positive values in their sons. Mrs. Orumiefa made the call during a one-day event held in commemoration of the International Day of the Boy Child at the NUJ Press Center, Yenugua. Correspondent Janet Omote has the reports.
The Nigerian Association of Women Journalists have organized a one-day program with students to raise awareness of the importance of the boy children. The State NAWO chairperson, Mrs. Grace Ormiefa, while speaking with newsmen at the event, said the program is to promote the male child in the society.
Has always been the girl child, celebrating the girl child to stand equal with the boy child in society. That is what every NGO does. But Bayelsa Nawoj thought it wise that when you celebrate the girl child, when you educate the girl child, when you advocate for the girl child alone, who will speak for the boy child? Parents, society, please celebrate the boy child.
The state NUJ chairman, Comrade Tonye Yemalea, urged the students to be good ambassadors.
Discipline yourself. Don't try what everybody wants to do.
The facilitators at the program, Assistant Commander of Narcotics, Godwin Erepa, former NUJ chairman, Comrade Tareyon Akono, and health practitioner, Ebi Wonyingi Omon, in their different topics, gave reasons why students should add skills to their academics.
I tell you, if I don't do drugs, I cannot do farms. If I'm a labourer, that drug gives me power to go and work on my farm. I do not ask that person. You are not saying we have drug, we have no farm. And your great grandfather, when he built the family house you are living in, today saying that rubbish. And you tell us your great grandfather that built that family house, was he using drugs when he built that house that you are living now? For me to say that.
To build your self-esteem, the psychologist said you must see failure as an opportunity. Okay? If you have failed, it means that something happened that led to that failure. So you must go back and know why you failed. Build on it and then you see. You are come to know that HIV can lead to AIDS. The things you should do. Please, if there's nothing you take home this one. Abstinence and avoid sharing sharp objects.
Some students also explained what they have been taught.
How do you build yourself? You need to be like your way of dressing shows who you are. AIDS is the higher version of HIV. When one contacts HIV from using a sharp object.
Janet Tuomute, NDTV News.
The Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, and the National Working Committee of the All Progressive Congress, APC, have adopted President Bola Tinubu as the sole candidate of the party. The endorsements from governors and lawmakers signal deep internal consensus within the APC, effectively eliminating internal challenges to Tinubu's re-election bid. The move also comes as opposition forces are rumored to be coalescing around a new platform, possibly the African Democratic Congress, ADP, promoting the APC to reinforce unity early. Speaking at the event, President Tinubu said he is expecting more members of opposition political parties to join the All Progressives Congress, APC, before the 2027 general elections. It will be recalled that a wave of defections hit some opposition political parties, including the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Labour Party, and the New Nigerian People's Party. The suit filed before the Federal Capital Territory High Court on May 16, 2025, has Akpoti Udwaha as the sole defendant. The government accused the senator of making imputation, knowing or having reason to believe that such imputation will harm the reputation of a person, citing Section 391 of the Penal Code, Cap 89, Laws of the Federation, 1990. The offense is punishable under Section 392 of the same law. The list of witnesses shows that the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, will testify during the trial. One of the charges is linked to allegations Akpoti Udwaha made, wherein she accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello of plotting to assassinate her. It will be recalled that Senator Natasha was suspended from the Senate for alleged misconduct after making sexual harassment allegations against the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. You're watching Niger Delta Television News, reaching you live from our studios here in Ekeki. On the headlines, Bayelsa State Government suspends paramount ruler of Swale community. All Progressives Governors Forum and the APC National Working Committee adopts President Tinubu as sole candidate of the party. Still to come in the news, Democratic Republic of Congo Senate strips former President Joseph Kabila of immunity. Details of these and other stories coming after the break. Please don't go away.
Welcome to Niger Delta Television News and Current Affairs Department at the NSE Koli Media Complex here in Yanagwa, Bayelsa State.
One of NDTV's traditional objectives is to disseminate information with renewed vigor. We build teamwork for accountability, efficiency, and accuracy.
Our community reports, eyewitness accounts, current affairs discussions are detailed and competitive.
As NDTV reporters, undiluted report is our goal. We gather the news and bring it to you just as it is.
Our cameras are poised to get in the story behind the story in an in-depth news report.
Our new digital equipment are top-notch with clearer visuals and audio. NDTV is repositioned to serve you better.
Join us on the news every day at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and our major bulletin at 7:30 p.m. on Channel 25 UHF. NDTV, crystallizing the vision.
We're glad to know you're still there. The news continues. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced a fresh reduction in the pump prices of premium motor spirits, petrol, across the country as the competition in the downstream oil sector heightens. The refinery announced that the new rates now range from 875 naira to 905 naira per litre, depending on location. The new price regime, which marks a 15 naira reduction per litre across all regions and partner retail outlets, was posted on the official social media handle of Dangote Refinery on Thursday. The development follows renewed competition between petrol importing marketers and the refinery to control market shares and dictate pricing. A breakdown of the revised prices shows that fuel will sell in Lagos for 875 naira, Southwest at 885 naira, Northeast at 905 naira, Northwest and Central at 895 naira, South and Southeast at 905 naira. The Dangote Refinery urged consumers to purchase fuel only from its partner outlets and encourage Nigerians to report non-compliance via its hotlines 070-7470-2099 or 070-7470-2100. The development comes hours after the Punch reported that independent oil marketers resumed large-scale importation of petrol, as fresh data shows that over 496.17 million litres of petrol were brought into the country within 9 days. The company said that despite the fluctuations in global crude oil prices, it has consistently reduced the price of petrol. However, marketers said the abrupt change in price has caused severe disruption to the system, with over 4,900 petrol retail outlets owners shutting their businesses and thousands of independent marketers scaling down operations. And from the entertainment scene, American reality star and socialite Kim Kardashian graduates from California's Law Office Study Program. And Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Burna Boy takes up new name. For more on the reports and other entertainment stories, let's join Divine Kelly.
American reality star and socialist Kim Kardashian has graduated with California's Law Office Study Program. The 44-year-old reached this milestone by using California's unique apprenticeship route known as Reading the Law, which enables aspiring lawyers to learn under practicing attorneys instead of enrolling in law school. Reflecting on her journey, Kardashian admitted it was not easy. She explained that she spent 6 years on the course instead of the standard of 4 years due to COVID-19 delays and jam-packed schedules. On her Instagram page, she wrote, "I chose a rigorous program registered with California State Bar, building on 75 college credits to complete a 4 curriculum that stretched to 6. The journey was real, and so is the accomplishment." Consequently, the fashion icon was not awarded a degree. Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Damini Ogulu, popularly known as Burna Boy, has told those struggling to accept the new version of him that the old version of him has died. In a post shared on his official Instagram page of his upcoming album, No Sign of Weakness, Burna Boy blamed Nigerians for killing the old version of him. He wrote, "The African giant Burna Boy has died. His own people killed him. Then Big 7 was born to protect what was left of Burna Boy. Burna Boy and Big 7 fight each other a lot because while Big 7 is only protecting the final and only existing piece of Burna Boy's broken heart, the African giant still taunts with Big 7. Divine Kelly reporting for NDTV Entertainment News.
Now from the foreign scene, the Democratic Republic of Congo Senate has stripped former President Joseph Kabila of his immunity, paving the way for his prosecution over his alleged backing of rebels in the east. Authorities have accused him of treason and war crimes, saying there was a substantial body of documents, testimony, and material facts linking Kabila to the M23 armed group, which have taken control of several towns in the mineral-rich east. Kabila, 53, has not commented on the accusations, but has in the past denied any connections with insurgents. Nearly 90 senators on Thursday voted in favor of his treason prosecution, while 5 opposed it. The former president, who led the country between 2001 and 2019, did not appear before the Senate to defend himself. In order to pursue the charges against him, Congo's military prosecutor had asked the Senate to lift this privilege. Also ordering the seizure of Kabila's assets, Justice Minister Constance Mutaba said the former president should return to the country and face justice and present his defense. Kabila, who has been living outside the country in South Africa for the past 2 years, had said he would be returning to help find a solution to the conflict in the east. Earlier, there were reports that the former president had come back and was in Goma, one of the cities captured by the M23, but these were denied by his political party, the People's Party for Reconstruction and Democracy, PPRD. Analysts say any trial of Kabila could further destabilize the country, which has been battling the M23 rebellion since 2012. That report wraps up our bulletin on NDTV News. Before we go, a look at our top stories. The governor of Bayelsa State, His Excellency Senator Doyediri, has approved the suspension of the paramount ruler of Swale community in Yenegua local government area, His Royal Highness Wilkos Seyefa Joe. We also brought you a report that the Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, and the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress, APC, adopted President Bola Tinubu as the sole candidate of the party. And finally, the Democratic Republic of Congo Senate has stripped former President Joseph Kabila of his immunity, paving the way for his prosecution over his alleged backing of rebels in the east. That's it on Niger Delta Television News. I am Joyce Batowe. Thanks for watching. Look like I dey learn. You go cancel some things, she go still put am.